You're doing good in like Singapore and back in the East Coast, like Far East. They're big.
Yeah, yeah. I recently made a visit over there in the summer, um, and I loved it. I loved it. The women there would they'll fucking do anything for you. They'll give you a hand job on the street outside of a McDonald's. And it's a true story. It happened. It's kind of what my next project is gonna be. It's gonna be a street piece documentary. It's just gonna be no warnings, no permits, no nothing. We're just gonna take a camera out in the streets and I'm gonna see how many.
You're gonna take on the whole bang bus competition. You're gonna go reality on this.
Yeah. But there's gonna be no bus. It's gonna be all in the streets. So it's all out in the open. And basically, what we're going for is people's reactions to
in front of churches, schools, and
everything. That's a good idea. I didn't think about schools. I want to see how kids react to this kind of thing.
So I heard you're a youth pastor on Thursdays.
A youth pastor every other Thursday for a youth group. And it's for a group of kids. They're a little slow as well. I like those kids because they're easy to deal with. They don't get into too much trouble. So it's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for me. Fun for them. Excuse me?
It's time for you to recoup from your Wednesday.
Yeah, because Wednesday's a big shoot day in Chatsworth. I don't know if you knew that. But it's a very big shooting day. All the warehouses, studios are all booked. Everybody's filming. But it's usually a big night for me.
And what day are you at the soup kitchen?
Soup kitchen. I don't know if you heard recently, I had an incident there. This guy named Mac, he's a bum. Walks around with his McDonald's cup all the time. And we got in this little squabble recently because we didn't have the mashed potatoes he wanted. We used the mashed potato powder that day, and he wanted real mashed potatoes. And I was like, buddy, this isn't that kind of place. This isn't gourmet. It's the soup kitchen. We use.
Who threw the first punch?
He did, but he didn't really throw a punch. It was more like he threw a big glob of mashed potatoes at my face. And at that point, I just fucking lost it, man. I just lost it. I went over the counter. I just threw myself over at him.
You and your father did a tag team on a girl. He did the Eiffel Tower, and he had his tragic heart attack that day. Can you bring us back to that day?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That was a day. This is taking me back to high school. It was actually after I met my father for the first time. He kind of abandoned me when I was young. And then I found out who he was. I found out where he was. And we actually hit it off really well. I wasn't angry. And then Margaret, it was the time of the week, and Margaret came over. And I wanted to introduce her. We did the Japanese helicopter. I don't know if you heard of that.
No, what is the Japanese helicopter?
Japanese helicopter is, I was filming it too. I was kind of my directorial debut in a way. Very early. I didn't even know what the tape is anymore. But yeah, the girl, she kind of, it depends on how you want her to sit. But she was on all fours, ass up in the air. And then he was on top. What they do is he gets on top and then he starts spinning. And he started spinning, that's called a helicopter, It's like his body was the propeller and the dick was, into the helicopter. But, and it just got a little intense. And then he just fell to the floor and he fell to the floor and I asked if he was okay. And he wasn't really answering. He just like, he was just
part of the shtick. You thought he was just getting into it.
I thought it was improvisation or something.
Might have been time for a blowjob. He might have been ready to nut or something.
I didn't know what was going on, man. But like, by the time I realized something was wrong, he was too far gone, and so I called the authorities, the ambulance. They came out. He's dead, dead on the scene. He went off in a black bag,
But you were a true professional then as well. You finished the scene with the girl.
I finished the scene. I hired a makeup artist, and and I took his place. It was hard, but we did it. I wish I hadn't killed my dad through a sexual escapade. My mother, I don't really care about her. She'd go to hell. I kind of feel bad for Margaret. But other than that, life is good. Life is good to me. The way I'm headed right now, not to be arrogant or cocky or nothing like that, but I only see good things in the future. And retirement-wise, I'm gonna try and be. I idolize Hugh Hefner. The Hef. I just call him the Hef. I don't even know his fucking first name. I suppose one day I'll get out of the spotlight. I'll move out of the camera because there's a lot of young bucks out there trying to fuck. And they're trying to get their dicks in the camera. There's a lot of star potential out there, and these days porn is getting real big. It's getting just as big as Hollywood. And the way I see it, I'm gonna be like the Metro Goldwyn, the MGM of porn. I got enough money to invest, taking out a loan, and I'm gonna build a studio. It's the beauty of America is capitalism,